third and fourth right next to each other. But with all these teams starting to perform better and better, even though there's just 2 games remaining, we have no clue what it will look like when the day is over.
Now, Erangel are going to get themselves Zaki as per usual. We're going to see the North and South Georgia Bowl teams in Seek, Org, and 3D Max. No worries at all there for them. 7 this time. They're not going to wait for that plane to go all the way down. They're going to come out and take Gatka, which is also going to be them fighting around Besiktas again. But these two seem to have found at least the ground of saying, all right, you guys can have this bit for now, or we can have this bit. We're not going to have the crazy fights and ruin it for each other.
But it still changes up a lot for Besiktas. When you have these northeastern planes and you don't have 7 going east, you don't have Northern Lights going military, it just adds so much more pressure to the area that you're in. Sure, now Erangel, they're up north, they're not down south, but it's going to mean that they have to worry that much more once they start rotating.
Now, Rafi
just chilling.
May have timed off and come back into the game. Now it's going to be like, God damn it.
Oh, that's what he's doing. He's a scout. He's trying to figure out where Unity is going.
Could you imagine if that was actually his play?
He lands with them in Novo.
Fully like, he's like, I'm just checking you guys are here.
I mean, in all honesty, he's in the sky right now seeing a team land in Novo. Of course, it wouldn't be...
Oh, and Northern Lights did not go military, Toby.
To me, it's more of a Unity went military. They're down by 2 points right now. This is their game to get back in first place. This will be insane.
In before the Rafi play comes in.
You never know what's going to happen.
All the way down to military.
He's pretty much landing in Milta with the entirety of Tornado Energy, so it's going to be dangerous for sure. But military circle, potentially, could still go north, but this is going to be crazy interesting.
That image on your screen was very, very fitting. Chickens fly together. Not if you're Rafi.
Not if you're Rafi. I mean, most likely not. He's still flying. I mean, he's going to jump into Milta, but he has like 3... Oh, he's far up.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's going the long play. He is going now.
What? I mean, it must have been because he jumped late. I mean, they pulled up a trick play last game they weren't expecting. There could be, like, meaning to the madness in Rafi flying around up here. It's unlikely to me that it was on purpose, but we have to talk to Scoom afterwards and say, did you send Rafi on a crazy recon mission? He's like UAV for the team right now, or was it just a mistake?
Because if he lagged out as well, he came into that game very quick, right? Normally it takes a little bit longer than that to see him come and join back into the server. But yeah, Rafi's just flying away. Question is, will Unity spot him out and try to take him down at all? Will he be shot out of the sky at any point? He just has to be cautious and try and hold on to it. But if he can gain some ground in military, just take a nice compound, fire enough away while other teams rotate over. If reciprocity, then the rest of the team decide to rotate earlier than anyone else. It could be something very unique that works out for him here.
It's going to be interesting to see how it's going to impact for reciprocity, that the fact that they have Rafi over on military this early on, that's for sure. And even if they do go down, he can do his Rafi sneaking towards the higher placement. Hasn't really been his task so far, but we have seen some good placement. I think it was Hexedi yesterday who got 3rd place off of being able to sneak his way to the top. Or not sneak, because he was shooting all over the place. But
3rd place and kills.
Yeah, exactly. He was getting a very, very deserved 3rd place in that game. This is going to be interesting, though. No military team. We talk about both 7 because there's no military power team either. That's going to be more boats available. So if you're inside games and you must have looked in the sky when you're flying, well, there's no one going military power. That means if we rotate down quickly enough, we can get ourselves boats there and make our way over. Desperado, once again, we've seen them do this before. They're going to take the boats early on and get over to the other side. And he must have seen Rafi. Look at his direction. Calvin is going straight for Tausera, already shooting. Oh, Rafi. You will not have a lot of time to loot before Calvin is going to be on your heels.
The speed of which Calvin has got over there, obviously, in the boat.
He's going
to be rocking up and saying, all right. Orange Snow's also having a pop out and having a look and saying, oh, okay, there's someone flying overhead.
But do not underestimate the loot in this. He might just only have one building to loot, but that could give him the weapon, the helmet as well, and that will give him what he needs to take down the first guy, because if Calvin goes down here, there's nobody coming in to help him.
Yeah, it's just not worth the risk.
Exactly. So only if he spots him, he has the angle on him, and it's safe, he should go for the shots. If not, it's going to be dangerous, that's for sure.
Now Vazku, he may not be happy with the weapon, but he's going to be happy with the rest of it that comes off the back of it. You never know, he might decide to use it.
Yeah, the ARG is not a bad weapon. You pick that up, there you go. Picks it up instead of the info. Smart play by him. Calvin, he saw him land by the wizard. He's looking for him too, but he's playing it cautious. I like it.
And this is it, right? Calvin cannot overextend here.
Calvin is anticipating himself to have the element of surprise, but I think Raffi heard or saw the boat come in there as well. Does he see him? Nope. He sees the open door up by the Wizard, but no more to it. Buster trying to do some damage over towards 3D Max. They want to get down south early, and with him missing those shots, only landing a few at least, that's him saying, well, we gotta beat them to the boats. Let's just quick it on down and see if we can get ourselves off of Erangel before all the other guys. Oh, Raffi, you're in the open. Calvin has spotted you, but there's only a red dot available. One more tap would send Reciprocity down one player early, and he lands it. For Reciprocity, this is dangerous. And because we have the players in Unity this close, they now saw that knock on their kill feed too.
And there's nothing Raffi can do. That's it.
Not at all.
Game over.
Not
Calvin's
at
gonna
all.
run out, take it. But this will help Unity know as well. Okay, someone's already got across. Unique have gone over as well. We're going to see 7 already grabbing themselves the boats on Ferry Pier. The Seekers making their way down to Primorsk. There are so many teams already trying to get over here early, and they are thinking it's probably going to be military again. It seems to have gone this way every time we get one of these circles.
Yeah. Whether this was on purpose or not, again, highly unlikely that it was. It for sure was not the kind of start that Reciprocity would have wanted. Raffi down and out, no more to it. And for Unity, they got to be thinking to themselves, we're not in it yet. We're still behind by 2 points, but we have got to surpass Reciprocity here. We do not want to make it all go down to the one last game.
Now Igo got himself up on the beach. He's going to wait around here because there's a lot of 7 players. And they would have been spotted out.
Must know that Edelweiss is down by the boat there as well. He's actually taking the vehicle, trying to get out of it now. And Edelweiss with the boat, he could jump into it and start shooting at him, but nope, not gonna happen. Oh, well, as I say, that he actually does anyway.
He's just waiting for the perfect time.
Well, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's a smart player. And you see Besiktas here down in Primorsk. Avangard didn't go here, and they knew that. They saw them jump up north, and they know that if they come down quickly enough, they will have those boats available, and they're going to take them and get on over as quickly as they possibly can. As I said that, they jump out again.
Just a waiting game and making sure they want to come across.
They want to get into the boat together. That's the thing. You do not want to have a guy sitting completely still, completely set, like turret target in there. They do not know where those Kar 98 masters are hiding in the woods, so smart for them not to take any chances there. Ooh, okay, bro. It's not so okay, at least not right now. Aspirin wants to get those extra points. We know that both them and We Need a Home are scary close to one another. But seems to me like, at least for now, Northern Lights are living with the scare, but shots are continuously connected.
Yeah, Asrin does not want to hold back. A lot of damage onto both OK Bro and Maiatru there. Snoopy's forcing his way into a fight, but he's going to take some extra damage. Down on 40 health, and he's going to be knocked.
This is a scary open place to start taking these shots, and they were not anticipating Northern Lights to start shooting back at them. Snoopy is all by himself. 3 remaining players are together. With nades thrown in, this is going to be tricky. Res coming in for Avangard. Look at the split they have here. They have full control and a chance to take them down.
And yes, Avangard are good for points, but We Need a Home. If they see any of the Avangard players go down, they'll be saying, all right, this is our time to leapfrog you once again.
And Military is the game where they got a 15-kill victory yesterday, right? So you got to keep that in mind. They know how to play that military game. Sure, they were on this sort of safe side of the circle. Didn't have to fight much, but in the end, they just, once again, like everyone else has been in these couple of days, activated what they had to activate in order to start fragging out like crazy people.
Now is Avangard going to stand there and continue to fight? They are on the edge of the circle, but is it worth the risk at this point?
And I was told just before that Kamka, as we said, is Samsa. So C's are S's, and we will now call him Samsa for the rest of the game. Could just be trolling us, and now we're saying it wrong, but I highly doubt that was the case.
Who told you?
Let's go. He speaks the CIS tongue as well, so I would assume for him to be honest about it. Eastern Circle, gonna guarantee military, that's for sure. So not a whole lot more to it. Inside games, they got over safely. 4 guys in 1 boat close to the bridge, but they did manage to get on over. And look at this Unity. They know what this means. We've had 2 games up on the observatory before. We want to be the ones to sit up there and frag like crazy people.
And they just moved down to the south, right? Thinking, oh, let's take control here. We'll go back up.
Speed ahead. They want to get up there, that's for sure. And Avangard once again in trouble. They lost Snoopy just before Max saw knocked now in an Octave, taking a lot of shots in his return, in his direction, I mean.
Avangard off to a really rough start here. Circle's hard shifted away from them as well.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Not only did it go military, but it went on the opposite side of military. It's the side that they're on. Okay, bro, 360ing style points. I like it right there. Taking shots, though, as it jumps around like a madman. Oh, the back just being short. There, 1 more shot should do it, but nope, not going to be able to connect.
That's really desperately trying to make it work, but Those trees are providing enough cover for Northern Lights to get away for now. Tornado making their way across the bridge. There's a couple of teams close by. Will they get picked off? Hacksteady playing the long game, playing the firing off shots against Desperados here.
This is the thing for Reciprocity. Boat is taken by a team on each side, and the bridge is taken by a team on each side, and they have no boats available down south. I believe even the multi-power boats are taken at this point. If anyone wants to go out and take boat control, you have to do it now, or else it's going to be too late because of the circle damage.
Yeah, no boat's going to be working out for them at all.
It's going to be tricky to get across, especially knowing, or they don't know obviously, but we know that Unity is sitting in such a good position that they are.
Uni have put themselves one step ahead of everyone else. And Silenzo being picked off just now, but trying to keep himself up and ready. He's going to be a little bit hard to be picked back up, though, and he's completely surrounded.
And not only is he being picked off by his opponents, the opponents being We Need a Home. They're right there tied pretty much with Erangel. And once Erangel sees We Need a Home starts getting killed, it's a military game once again. That has got to be scary.
Now, Zenit's been quiet for them so far, but they're also just swimming across as of now. They could be fired up on them too, but they need to be careful.
Oh, so fortunate for Softed now that the focus is on Rita right now, because if Northern Lights spot Vasco Page out in the water, that is going to be their most likely at least done for, should Northern Lights be able to land these shots connected.
And that's the scary prospect, right? You take the risk on the water, you hope that they fight around you. And that at least is what's happening for now.
And you gotta just commit to it too. There's not a whole lot more to it than that. Once you're in the water, you just gotta keep swimming, no matter how many shots are fired your way. The more you try to sort of juke and swim around like a crazy person, well, the more you're gonna go down. Well, Derek, we've seen him land so many of these shots. That one just over the top of the head. Free haircut coming in for one of the players from Northern Lights right there.
Sometimes you just have too much time with a shot, right? And you just like, oh, gonna line up perfectly. Just by the skin. Just by the skin of your teeth. And
it's also when you're swapping between the M24 and the Kar 98 so much, they have different dropping, like different bullet drops. So sometimes you aim a little too high with one, it should be a little lower with the other.
Now, a lot of teams still not within the circle. Reciprocity and Quick Math and Avangard all going to be taking the same bridge over towards the west as the circle goes a little bit more to the east and still including a lot of the water. Sunzi Ninja, he was the man who started things off yesterday for Seacorp, helping them look a little bit better, but he's under heavy fire from 3D Max as well as Zen.
Wacko taken down to the blow here, not a whole lot much. It was assisted by Phantom, of course. Eki now getting in on the action as well. 3D Max under pressure. They have themselves a win on towards this side of the island as well from the group stages. But will they be able to pull it off here with 3 guys down? It's highly unlikely. But then again, Phantom is the guy alive. And we know that Phantom can pull off solo plays every here and again when he feels like it.
Now Zen may be picking off some of the 3D Max players, but it's Sunzi Ninja who's going to go in for the kills and waiting for it. So his teammates just around him. Furak close by. Ness and Bars have already made their way through.
Look at this. Reciprocity actually started driving west to try and get over, but they realized this is simply us tanking way too much damage. We won't be able to do it in time. Now we have to go east, and there are 3 other teams in the area. This is going to be such a tricky push, and for them, if they don't get points here, they have 0 so far. They need something, because once again, we have Unity sitting dead center in the circle.
And you already lost Rafi early on, right? So you're down a player and you need these extra points. You're now being shot at by OK Bro, and you're at phase 3, which, okay, is not awful damage, but it's still damage that's going to be tapping away at you. And, like, when you've got this distance to travel, it's a big factor.
And it's not done yet. There are so many teams to somehow drive along. It's like, can we just make a pact that nobody fights each other while we're crossing this bridge? On the other side, sure thing, no worries. But none of us is going to get anything out of this, so that's what they want. But highly unlikely that that's going to be the case. Deep, he's full speed forward. Somersaulting his his buggy, but fortunately lands on the wheels and will be able to keep on going.
Now Phantom still kept himself alive for 3D Max. Once again playing that solo player. He is always the one when it comes down to these positions.
Circle's guaranteed to go out of the water next time around, at least as far out as possible. Might force some water to still be inside. And will blast on the unit, realizing this actually jumped out of the area up north, but they took a good position in return.
Nicely done by Quick Math, fighting their way through it all. 7 right on the edge, and they're still being able to deliver it.
Not inside the circle yet, and they know if they want to get in, they have to fight their way in, and they're doing everything they can to do right now.
You can try and keep Seacorg out of it, and Seacorg is a team that certainly needs some more points here. Right down in 16th place, and we've not seen the level of play we saw in the group stages from them just yet.
Got the nades right on the money. 2 knocks coming in with that one. Nest taking down Balas, finished off to it as well. So just 2 players remaining. Sunsea, one of them up and alive. Gets down Ferrix, that was just Sunsea. Now trying to do everything he can to stay put, but most likely not going to happen. He's down to just 6 HP.
Now, Toby, Unique's one of these teams we keep seeing, getting good kills, getting in the games, but they don't close it. They get there at the beginning, and it's the finishing that's been a real struggle for them.
Sure has been. Drainage, you're outside the circle, you gotta start running, it's gonna tank you down. Should be able to crawl on in, but it's gonna be tricky. I think it's a second knock for him too, and Sunsea is saying, I'm gonna get everything I can. Secures himself at least 1 point on towards Drainage.
Interestingly enough, though, the rest of Unique, they could have tanked it for a little bit longer, right? And said, okay, let's try and fight him off, not allow this to happen. But they just all backed away.
One thing that's interesting to me right now is nobody's in Observatory. Unity left, but nobody saw them leave. So nobody's up there. Should the game go there with nobody sitting on top, that's going to be interesting. Right now, though, Haxeti trying to get whatever points possible. They have a long way to cross, and they're making their way down towards the bridge, and they're starting to land shots towards We Need a Home.
Northern Lights, they found themselves a boat, maybe a little bit late towards the boat party, but they're trying to work their way all the way around, and Stella are just firing off shot after shot here.
Will not allow for them to cross. Should this be a boat explosion, there's going to be 4 points and 1 placement better for them. 7 now, trying to hold up Jupeseek. He's on a lot of fire, and down he goes.
Reciprocity are just owning it on the bridge now. They've dealt 3 kills onto We Need a Home. Only Smash Bay remains.
This is going to be so hot. They're still driving up. Do they know that he's there, though? That's going to be the tricky thing to realize. Quick Math does go down. Smash Base all by himself. And look at this. Sexy lands a good shot, but it's going to be too little too late. They did manage to get over. Skoom goes down to Smash Base. They did not see him there. He's sitting outside. Look at that positioning from Smash Base. Jumps in the water now, realizes my job here is done. And we have Reciprocity down to just 2 players.
Skoom is going to be so frustrated with that one. He'll be watching what the guys can do now, but there's so many teams firing into him, including Tornado on your screens now as Melvin looking to do the damage. Pulls it out, goes for the spray down, is able to get Shiv. Very nicely done. Haxeti's the only one that remains, and this is not looking good for him. 3D Max get eliminated, and that is Stella. Oh, it wasn't Stella did it, and then Tornado did it. Tornado did it. Woo.
13th place, and I believe just 2 or 3 points for Reciprocity.
They had Molman and Cav shooting at them. They had Tornado shooting out and inside game. Reciprocity could not catch a break.
Sucked Nam full speed forward. They know they have to, and they're trying their best to get on up there. They did manage to get up with 2 people, but Vasco did go down in all of that. Circle is closing on in, and this is only going to get worse from here on out.
There's only a 6-point difference here for Unity and Reciprocity, and Unity still have 4 players left alive, and they're not taking these engagements. They're holding themselves back thus far.
Unity leaving Observatory is such a big surprise to me. Sure, it will require Western shift once again if they wanted it, but we keep talking about they don't want to fight early. They could have taken a position to do a lot of fragging, but there would have been shots coming in return towards them as well. Too risky. They know that Reciprocity lost the player early. They should play it late, get those late game placement points. Nika's gonna be figuring, why is no one shooting at us from above, right? Maybe wanting to run further up the hill.
No need for it just yet, though. Besiktas holding off the south. Having a little bit of a fight with the remaining 2 players of 7.
Look at the angle from Krapik as well. Krapik has been one of those players that's been going down early some games, but when he hasn't, he's been one of the heavy damage dealers for his team. Buster and him trying to do everything they can to hold off a potential Western push from Besiktas. New circle, though, about to pop, and if we go up towards Observatory, I'm sure somebody will want to go up there.
Now Zucked and Nam, they're still in it, but only with 2 players left alive. They've got Desperados close by, as is Unique.
Gotta mention Tornado Energy as well. 2 second places in a row now in very different areas of the map. And this time around, they're sitting 4 guys alive as well over here. But X-Team did get knocked, and he's all by himself on the other side.
Yeah, they're pretty split up here. Hopefully, he can give him some cover and go and bring him back to life. Pick him up and say, dust your shoulders off. We can get this done.
This right here is one of the guys that can be the difference maker between whether Unity or Reciprocity will end out in the top of things here. Flex, wow, where did that come from? Fake, trying to make the run on off. 360 is gonna keep him alive. I'm not sure how that keeps you alive, but it does.
This is getting real awkward for a team like Unique, where you haven't got much cover. You're trying to hold on this position, but teams can see you from multiple.
holding the angle. He knows he's down there trying to peek the smoke. So once you peek, down you go, but no need. Calvin secures the knock with the nade.
That was brilliant as well. He got tagged up, the nade comes out, Calvin's going to go in for it. Finds himself another spray down, only play with me remains. This is really good from Desperados, who have started to certainly rack up some additional points here.
But while they're pushing forward, so Vietnam is starting to shoot at them as well, so they cannot fully commit off the hill because they have a team on their plateau as well they need to deal with.
Other teams might be just a little bit too slow for the party before this happens. Play with me, going to try and hold on to this angle. Calvin Klein's going to be the first one he sees. If Coldament can go up with him, they should be able to refrag effectively. Don't give Unique a chance here. Damage coming out. He manages the first spray down. One trying to get the finish off, and oh my god, he gets both of them. They line up for him, and that is insane. Play with me should have never been able to get away with that. The refrag did not come in, and he holds on and eliminates Desperados.
What a well re-peak position by him. Just picture perfect. I mean, play with me, play that to perfection.
Eyeball picked apart from Tornado, and they're even dealing with teams on the high ground now. Tornado constantly shooting throughout all of this. Page does eliminate Play with me, but that looked like it could have gone either way. That was very close.
Very close indeed. Eyeball now crawling around, hoping to get a res on up. Should be able to do it as well. But see up on the northern side up here, Sampeak and Inside Games, they're now sharing the combo with Smashbay. Not sure they're aware that he's there, but for Besiktas, Lux in all kinds of trouble.
Oh, that was lush. Perfectix. Beautiful little headshot there. Will rip Lux apart.
Next team getting knocked once again. That's a second knock for him. Next time might not have anyone close enough to get him up quickly. And that will force at least one player to always be nearby him should they get into a fight once more.
Now, Zector and Nam, they have managed to get Ivor back on the feet. So it's Ivor and Page back together. But this circle is going to be oh so interesting. Where's it going to go next? How's this going to play out? And we're going center.
We have one player in the circle out of 24. This is such a rough place to play around. It's a huge uphill towards the observatory. It's a really hard place to play. It's going to be interesting as hell to see who's going to end up getting out on top. Evengar has been eliminated, and Smashbay, all he has to do is stay alive. He's in the placement points now, but it's going to be a tricky cross over the road.
Smashbay takes down Pixel with a nice headshot. Can he get the finish off here? They were busy also trying to shoot onto Tornado. X-Team's taking some damage. He's going to med himself back up.
He has to worry, right? Because the entire team is pushing on up, and that's probably the reason they're leaving him behind. You already knocked twice. If you go down once again, we won't have the time to rescue anyway. We will put you to be the guy holding off the back, and then he will make the move on up. Oh, that's what happened. Yikes. That's a horrible place for a team that's having such a good day today to have a player not sort of stay in the lobby, especially when they're 4 guys alive this late.
Yeah, now you're down on 3. Now the numbers are stacked against you. Inside Games will be continuing to challenge him. Perfected, spraying in. Needs some backup from his teammates, trying to avoid some bullets that are coming his way. Smashbay's gone down at the hands of Mole Man, and that's We Need a Home, gone out in 8th. At least some sort of placement point with 17 remaining, 23 left alive. And Stella, they have been engaging in this ever since that fight on the bridge with Reciprocity.
Trying to hold the angle. They know there are more people coming in. Buster down behind the tree. They have him completely pinned down there. Only so many angles he can be covered from. Does have the angle at least for now. They're shooting on all sides. They know exactly where he is. They're trying to throw him down, but not a whole lot more too. It's 7 taken out. And for Northern Light saying, this is our island and we want it back. Next team down to the circle. They're not a whole lot more to it. Samsa trying to get up and get his damage done. Page does go down. Ivor now all by himself.
This has been such a strong performance today from Tornado. They have been making it work non-stop.
Look at the focus, turning around, just shooting at everything coming their way. They know they're exposed. They know they need to make some room for themselves, and they're doing everything they can to get it.
And they are out in the open, but a lot of teams aren't focusing on just yet. Inside Games, they're not looking at all at what's going on. They need to be oh so careful. Compot is just spamming away, and he's done a hell of a lot of damage.
He's landing so many shots right now. For Inside Games, it's going to be such a hot pressure because there's so many shots connected on all these players. They must be thinking there are multiple teams looking their way. But for now, at least, Ivor able to stay put up there. And if they don't keep at least one guy focusing on what's above them, that could be him sort of peeking over the edge to get himself some damage done to it.
Spray that smoke, just go all out for it, and why not?
It's 300 spare bullets, gotta use them, right? Look at the damage done by Compot here. A lot of shots connected.
That's insane. He's literally hit all of them at least once or twice at this point.
Yeah.
Not allowing him to move whatsoever, as Ival continues to sneak around here. He's playing just on the other side of the dip, right? But it means if Tornado do not look at him, it's going to be very scary. The circle's gone over towards the east. It's massively benefiting Stella, who still have 4 alive, but so do Unity, who have not engaged this.
You have the rope right there. It's cutting off a lot, and the Millman has made his way over, but you can see just before as well how open it is over there. They have to make so much room. Now Samsa made that and Compa, they're making their way on back down again, but they have nothing to play around once they cross this streak. They need to take out Stella, and they need to take out Inside Games if they want to have anything to call their own on this side. But Unity, being alive in this game, 6th place. They don't have a lot of kills right now, but this is when they get active.
Unity are going to try and jump up into it, while it's Compot Trash who finds the kill onto OK Bro. No one there to even try and challenge him.
Perfectix has a chance here. He's not going to do it though. Only player remaining. Got to get those placement points. Tizorin taken down as well, so Unity down to 3 while they're fighting off Stella.
He cannot afford to be spotted out here trying to use the tall grass to his advantage.
It's outside the circle, he has to cross. 60 now joining in, trying to take down Inside Games, and so many shots connected here. Still important points coming in from them too.
Sigsy can land some mean shots when he wants to. Nearly finding himself the 2nd knock. Going to get himself an additional kill though, which his team do need.
Flush. Gotta get those points. I will spot it out. Combat is not going to give up this angle, that's for sure. He knows they have to deal with him before they can push anywhere. Millman, though, taking down Ival, despite him going to go down to the blue. No, he's not going to get it. It will be Millman taken down in the end, I would believe, but it might just be able to get rest on up. It's the first knock coming in for him. This actually might be possible. He goes down, Ival, because of the blue, runs out of ammo, and unfortunately for him goes down, but Millman lives to see another day.
One more bullet is all he needed, but sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. Perfectix has had a huge position to play from here as well. And now it's going to be the real difficult position for Tornado. How do I get into this circle?
Inside Games try to push around one side. Now they try to go over to the other. They realize they could not deal with 60 at long range, but Stamps well-connected shots with the AK, taking down Samson. Once again, they're under fire. Taking down Remediate in return, though. Stella charming in on this. 60's on the hunt, and he want more points.
Sigsy is all about the kills right now. Tornado got Kamka knocked out. Melman and Compot still up and running.
And for Unity, this has got to be amazing. Every other team is fighting each other, and they're just sitting, looking at those placement points, looking at...
from the circle again.
Goes a little further east, down towards where they were before, and they're just waiting for it now. They know Reciprocity went down early with 0 points. Make that 2 points, 3 points actually, over the kills on the bridge, but they just want every single placement point they can get in this game.
Now Stella's still off and firing. 3 of them up and running.
This is a good game for Stella too. We talked about 14th all the way up to 8th was just 10 points difference. Now they can charm on in Inside Games down. Moleman secures the kill, and now it's Tornado's turn to take fire their way.
Moleman doing so much damage. Compact Trash finally replies, but it's not going to be enough to get the knock. And Moleman in that ghillie, he's just looking to try and stay up. Eventually, he's going to be knocked, but Kaz straight away replies.
Good trade frags coming in there. Compact might be able to get rest. 2nd knock coming in for him. You see him taken down a bit faster. Samsa trying to get in and get on that rest. Might just be able to Perfectix. He could be the difference maker in this game. Right next to Blaston, crawling down ever so slowly. Does not want to give up his position just yet. Moleman as well wants to get rest, but look at how far out in the open he is. And that's the issue for Stella, right? They've been in the open for so long. I don't think they have any utility remaining at this point. Perfectix taken down. Blast unfortunately spots him out, so no surprises there. Northern Knight, 4th place despite them being off. And look at the points right here. Already making more of it. Unity, 85 if they go down now.
Tap. Melman overextends a little bit. Dash Dish is able to find him. Will they be able to get the kill onto him, though? More damage being done. This time, Stella comes into it. It is a true third-party fight. It's all going across the board. And he's somehow able to spray him down, looking for some more damage. Blast on.
They're just buying their time right now. Nosey's down there spraying through smoke. Samsa had 10 kills in game 1 today, and once again, they're in the top 3 games in a row. Tornado Energy, they've woken up, they've risen to the occasion. Dastish, though, taken down by Cass.
Trading this out, though. Compot's there to take away the kill. Extra points for Tornado. It's going to see them skyrocket up this leaderboard.
Stella, they have to go center. Orange nose proning right on the dot, pretty much as close as can be. Blast unfinished off as well. And for Stella, up against Comfort on top here. They have to make the run on down, and they're just waiting for them.
Such good positioning from Stella.
They're spread out perfectly right now. Moleman has the angle on the sides. 6 is sitting below, looking on up, and they have so much time to play with as well. Look at this position in the circle. Cass gets down Samsa too.
Only Comp, but Trask left alive. Orange Snow jumps up to try and third party it. What can he do here? Finds him one. Looking for the second, sprays onto 60, but it's not going to be enough. And we see the win go in favor of Stellar with 9.